this is something which I am actually very, very excited about, as I think a lot of people are excited about. Now, there are going to be a lot of people who are also very critical about this type of thing, but you know what? This is something I've been dreaming about for years. I never thought it was actually going to happen, and somehow, by the toy gods and by the genius of Brian Flynn and the Super 7 team, this has really become a thing. It's become a big, big deal. So, a few days on my MegaJet Retro channel, I posted that Super 7 had announced pricing information for their ThunderTank. Oh my god, guys. The ThunderTank is a reality. This was just amazing. Amazing news for us Thundercats fans. Like crazy. I really could not believe that the ThunderTank was a reality. This is insane. But what ended up happening was I couldn't believe afterwards. I think a lot of us were surprised at how massive this thing is. It is ginormous. You know, it's literally a just a gigantic beast. I mean, holy cow! Look at this thing. This is let's go zoom in here. That is the Super 7 Ultimates Lionel figure, and that behind him, right there in the background. Let's just zoom in there. If you look at that carefully, that's Panthro sitting in the cockpit. Guys, if you are one of the lucky owners of the Super 7 Ultimates Lino, you know just how big he is in terms of he's as big as a Masters of the Universe um, He-Man Classics figure, which of course that's what the standard Buck is based off of, the actual body. So yeah, he's definitely like 6 inches tall, a little bit over that, and that's reflective in what is the size of this gigantic beast of a thunder tank. It's just it is insane. Like, you know, it is a massive beast, the thunder tank. It is literally massive. So we got some details from a Super 7 post the other day, and it literally said that it is the estimation anyway. As with Snake Mountain, I think it might shrink down when the final product is actually created. But for now, it measures 27 inches long by 17 inches wide. That is insane. That is literally over 2 feet long and a little over a foot wide. That is crazy. Um, we didn't get too many more details after that. Nothing official. But thanks to Pixel Dan, great YouTuber. If you guys haven't checked out his channel, please do. He's an amazing guy. I've been following his channel for forever. Big fan. And yeah, he was able to interview Brian Flynn over the weekend, I believe, and he posted a video up, and they went through a lot of the things that are being featured with the Thunder Tank. Now, there are a few things that they didn't mention, which I'm surprised that they didn't focus in on. But I wanted to take a minute and really just go through some of the features that I saw in the video. So, guys, let's just sit back and let's take a look at some of the things that showed up, and maybe some little Easter eggs that weren't covered in the interview. So the first shot that we were able to see in the video was this shot here, which is a back shot of the actual prototype Thunder Tank. So right away, we can see some more wonderful details. We can actually see a little bit of the back here, which is excellent. We can see here peeking out looks like some sort of canopy, which is really awesome. We can also tell that they've actually removed the back cover. It's actually sitting right here. Now, here's something I didn't mention, and I don't think Dan mentioned it either, or even Brian. On this shot here in particular, what do we have here? Eagle-eyed fans, I think, will have realized what this is. This is pure Thundrillium. Yes, in the episode, I believe it was everything glitters. I believe that was what it's called. I'm gonna have to probably correcting myself. We'll probably have the actual title here on the bottom here. But yes, this was the Thundrillium, which was mixed in with the gold, which came on a meteorite from Thundera, and this is what they were after, and that's how they dug it out. And they even had to enlist the help of a mercenary, what was his name? The Inferno, something like that. I'm pretty sure it's somebody in the comment section is going to correct me, but this is definitely one of those Easter eggs and one of those little treats that we didn't get to talk about, or Dan didn't get to talk about, neither did Brian. But yes, this is pure Thundrillium, and I am really excited that that's. I hope it all comes out. That would be awesome. Um, yeah, the Inflamer. I hope the Inflamer actually is somewhat included in this in this set. That would be awesome. Or I hope they eventually make the Inflamer. That would be great. Finally figured out his name. He is the Inflamer. Now we get to see a few more treads in the front. You know, all these other little details. But let's take a look at the next shot. Oh, sorry. We could also see the what looks like the ThunderTank cannon in the back. So, but you know what? Let's keep going. This was an amazing shot. I was so excited when I saw this because in the in Brian Flynn's Instagram, the only thing we saw was he compared the ThunderTank, the original LJN ThunderTank itself, to one claw. But now, in this exclusive video from Pixel Dan, we actually see the LJN ThunderTank side by side with the new ThunderTank. Look at how the Super7 ThunderTank just dwarfs the LJN ThunderTank. Oh my goodness, guys, this is insane. And you know what? I have to give props to LJN. They did a really great job with the original ThunderTank. It really was quite the achievement. I actually dare say it's a really, really good representation in toy form of the actual cartoon original. Now, yeah, of course, it only has one cockpit for the driver, and only one Thundercat can fit in the back when open. But still, this is a wonderful, in my opinion, a wonderful representation of the actual ThunderTank from the show. This is great stuff. We can actually see a few more little details, like we can see the head cannon, and who's that sitting in the passenger seat there? Yeah, it's Jackalman. Great stuff. All right, let's go on to the next one. All right, so here we have a demonstration of the fact that the cannon in the back of the ThunderTank can actually be removed, and this cannon actually sits on top of a pedestal. This is crazy. I love the fact that Brian actually went through all the trouble of going through a lot of the details in this one interview. Now, I imagine there are going to be a lot more extras that are going to be announced later down the road, but the stuff that Brian covered in this interview with Pixel Dan are quite telling. So this is very exciting news, guys. All right, let's keep moving. Wow. So this was something that I really wanted to see, and I'm glad that Brian showed it off. So this is the actual raised ThunderTank claw, and we can actually see the rolling tread underneath and the actual cannon, which is housed underneath the actual claw. This is iconic in terms of the actual ThunderTank itself. Of course, when the ThunderTank rears up and goes fur flying and teeth bare, as Panthro has put it one time, this armature is just iconic for fans of the original ThunderTank. This looks great. It's very movie accurate as far as I can tell. Obviously, the video was broadcast over live stream, so we can't see any of the finer details, but it looks amazing from what we can see from here. Here, Brian is actually demonstrating that the ThunderTank will actually come with two different canopies for the front for the front driver's seat. The actual armored canopy, which he's putting on right now, and the clear canopy, which is for when it goes underwater and such, which is amazing. I love the fact that these are included. They're great little details, and we can see that the characters actually sit underneath the canopy, so they actually are fully seated in the ThunderTank. And I want to stress that they're actually seated, because as we know, with all of the standard Master Universe bucks, the forms that they're using and the same molds that they're using for the basic figures themselves, they don't really sit well. So I'm very impressed that Jackalman is actually seated right into this ThunderTank comfortably. He looks amazing. That's incredible. And we can see here that the cannon is full 180-degree turn. And look, we actually can see a little bit of details for some of the seats in there. Let's keep going. So here we are, just speaking about the seats. If we take a look at this, all right, so we can really see here that there's some amazing detail in these seats. I'm amazed at how the level of attention to detail that they've actually put in these. They're about, it looks like 3 seats maybe 4. Actually, there are 4 seats here. The lighting's a bit weird with this. Obviously, it was a webcam, but 4 seats. So that means the 4 Thundercats can actually sit down in the cockpit, and maybe we can fit another 2 in the back here, or maybe just Snarf for somebody else. This is going to be great. And we'll get to the detail that's actually on the cannons in a minute. This is amazing, guys. Let's check out the next screen. This shot, oh, this is great. Now we can see the upper part of the chairs themselves and all the great detail in the cushions. They look awesome. And we can even see that each individual armrest comes with its own panel. So I don't know if that's a small screen, maybe a couple buttons in there, but this is great. We can clearly see that there are 4 additional seats for 4 additional Thundercats, and probably room for another 2 figures, I think, maybe Snarf, maybe one of the Thunder Kittens. Still, looks awesome. And we can even see a glimpse of a monitor here and some additional panels on the inside. But what's really great on this particular shot is we can actually see the front console array for the actual cockpit inside of the ThunderTank. This is awesome. We can see a whole bunch of panels if we zoom in a little bit more. Yeah, Jackalman's just hanging out there, pushing buttons, having fun. We can see the throttle control. The actual steering column has been removed. Well, that's interesting. But we can see the monitor setup here. 2 gauges here for detecting Thundrillium. We can see a navigation red light indicating some sort of features there. Yeah, some really great panel work here. And of course, like I said, Jackalman's somehow broken in and doing his thing. All right, let's take a look at the next screen. Okay, so right now, it looks like Brian has actually taken out the gun turret, and we can see just how much room is here in the back. This is gigantic. I think even if you don't have the 4 seats here, and we can see Jackalman actually sitting on one of the seats in the back. That's wicked. But if we look at how much room is in here, you can probably fit 10 Thundercats in here. This is ridiculous. This is like a lot of room. Oh my gosh, look at this space. If Jackalman's sitting here, we can fit like another 4 people in here. This is crazy. And we can see a little bit more detail on the screen here, a few more panels and knobs and switches on that end. This is incredible. There's a lot of room in this ThunderTank. And we get a little bit more details here for the actual cockpit. Now that Jackalman's been removed, yeah, you can see additional throttle controls on the left and right. You can definitely see, again, the steering column is completely gone. It's really weird. But yeah, you can see just how much room is in there for the legs, which is exactly why they're able to actually sit down properly. Wonderful, wonderful attention to detail. This is really great. Very excited for this new addition to the Thundercats Ultimates line. And here we have Brian showcasing more of the actual Thundercat gun turret. And if we zoom in here, wow, look at all that detail. This is incredible. Here are the grips, which actually have the firing mechanisms. We can see the Thundercat claws, which actually are a wonderful motif, which are built into the actual gun turret itself. There's an actual aiming reticle right here. Wonderful stuff. And this red, blue, and yellow, I don't know what those are. Are those indicators? Are those power gauges? Not really sure. And, you know, probably some radar detection here and some other little wonderful knobs and doodads. This is great. And look at Brian. He's all COVID beard happy. He's amazing. And we get to see just how big this gun turret is compared to Brian's hand. Look at this. It literally is practically the size of his hand. It's nuts. This thing's gigantic. Wonderful attention to detail. Really excited for this this feature here for the ThunderTank. Incredible. And take a look at this. The rear cab bonnet. Holy crap. It is gigantic. It's bigger than Brian's face. It is bigger than Brian's face. This is nuts. We can see the beautiful detailing in the etched Thundercat symbol. Amazing. Look at that. Oh, just incredible. The fact that it actually detaches from the... and now, I don't think that's actually going to happen, because the hinges look like they're on a pin. So I don't think that that's actually going to happen. I don't think that you're supposed to remove the bonnet. I don't think that's supposed to happen, the trunk itself. So what we're actually seeing here is just the detailing that's actually involved. But wonderful attention to detail here. Looks exactly like it did off the screen. Really excited about this. Can't wait until we see some more details. Well, guys, that was the overall look at the ThunderTank. Guys, I want to give a huge shout out to Pixel Dan for letting me use some clips from his video interview with Brian Flynn. And of course, I want to give a huge shout out to Super7 for making this dream project a reality. Guys, you are amazing. After having seen more of the details in the ThunderTank, has your opinion changed of what this particular vehicle, and if it's going to actually enter in your household? Has your opinion not changed? Are you still upset that this thing is $450 and you have to pay for it, even though there's a payment plan? Or are you really excited now that you've seen all these different changes and there's a lot more Easter eggs that you didn't know about in the original announcement? Guys, I'd love to hear your opinions. I'd love to find out what you're thinking. Please leave those in the comment section below. And please, if you enjoyed this episode, consider leaving me a like. It really does help me out. If you have any comments or suggestions on anime, cartoons, toys, collectibles, or anything else you'd like me to review, please leave that in the comment section below. And consider subscribing, as it helps YouTube to realize I'm doing a good job and you guys enjoy my work. Well, guys, as always, thank you very much for watching. Keep proud.